Hello to our viewers. My name is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner. And welcome to the 73rd episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MWP. So if hindi ka makatulog, no, dito ka na lang tumambay kung saan tayo mag-chill and we will discuss personal finance and life in general. So partner?
Yes, happy Sunday everyone, and it is the last Sunday of November. Ayan, before mag-December this week. Ayan, sana marami pa tayong matututunan dito sa Late Night Tambayan. And I'm Bille Christiane Temanel, founder and content creator of the Prudent Generation. Ayan, partner.
Ayan, so sa ating mga viewers ngayon, no, palagi nating sinasabi na dito sa Late Night Tambayan, kesa na mag-hashtag Netflix tayo, kung ano man, na for the next 1 hour, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, mag-hashtag LearnFlix tayo. So from 10 to 11, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, live po ang Late Night Tambayan. And we are here no to bring value to you guys, and not only in terms of finance but also in terms of personal development and life in general. And ngayon partner, ang ganda ng topic natin no, because it's about money psychology. So kung meron kayong mga clients dyan, meron kayong mga friends, nasa tingin nyo, no, this will be helpful. I think hindi lang to para sa ating mga clients, pero sa mga kapwa natin, no, financial advisor, real estate broker, entrepreneurs, businessmen, that you want to know, no, improve your money psychology, tag nyo po sila and share them. And syempre dito, partner, meron tayong contest, no? Ano nga ba yung contest natin, partner?
Yes, so every Late Night Tambayan, meron po tayong pa GCASH. Ayan, hindi po kalakihan, but this is for fun. And paano sumali? Just share our live session from TPG and MWP Facebook pages. And mamaya before matapos yung live session natin ay meron kaming tanungan kung sino yung nakapag-share at makakasagot ng tama, sila yung mananalo na 50 pesos GCash. So 50 po mula sa amin ni Mr. MWP. So kay partner, sa YouTube channel po kayo mag-comment. And reminder po sa mga nanonood sa Prudent Generation Community and Health Insurance Pilipinas, go to the sa pinakadulo ng caption and click the link para kung meron kayong tanong later ay makikita po namin sa amin yung or maka-flash namin yung pangalan. Ayun, partner.
Ayan, so hindi ho ganun kalaki no yung 50 pesos GCash natin, pero sa sobrang tagal na po natin no at pag naipon po yan medyo malaki na rin yan, at meron nga tayong video dito no sa YouTube channel natin kung how you can buy Bitcoin through Coins PH and GCash. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na GCash Invest, no? So, ito yung mga parang free money na pag inipon nyo, medyo malaki na rin po yan. So, partner, sino ba ang guest natin for tonight?
Yeah, so very special yung guest natin for tonight kasi talagang kilala din siya na ginagawa ito. Nagtitrain and nagtuturo about money or finances or money management. And hindi lang sa pagmamanage, syempre kasi this involves behavior at saka ayan sa mindset, sa isip and psychology. And ito yung kanyang background. So she is a graduate of BS Management, major in Communications Technology, management, minor in marketing from Ateneo de Manila University. So pareho po sila ni partner ng alma mater. So ito po yung kanyang mga naging work experiences. So she became a management consultant, executive coach, action learning coach, training and communication consultant. And ngayon nga, she is a training consultant. Kaya ayan, so hindi po basta-basta yung guest natin for tonight. Kaya sa mga nanonood po, itag nyo na yung mga kakilala ninyo, mga kaibigan, kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid, or lahat para ayan, matuto sa topic natin for tonight. And ito pa, yung dagdag sa background ni Coach. So she's on a mission to make learning a lifestyle by making it accessible, relevant, and fun for everyone. With almost 10 years of experience in the training and coaching industry, she is here to help us thrive by making lifelong learning a lifestyle. So she will help us think, feel, and live better so that we become equipped to give back to this world. Ayan, di ba? Napakaganda and napaka-timely kasi ngayon, di ba dumanas yung ating bansa sa mga calamities. And yan, Coach, si Coach or yung guest natin for tonight is a certified trainer for 5 award-winning global training brands. So, wow. Ito yung mga, ito yung mga Achieve Forum, Communist Fund, Miller, Heyman, Kepner, hindi ko alam paano i-pronounce yung isa, Kepner, Rio, Triogo. Mamaya sabihin ni Coach and Harv Ecker. Ayan. So let's all give a heart reaction or heart comment to Coach Paula Peralta.
Hi, Coach. Good
Hey
evening.
everyone! Hello, good evening to everyone. Hi Bille. Medyo na-challenge tayo sa mga brand names. Thank you. I do appreciate the effort. And hi Harold, how are you guys?
Yes, we're good, Coach, and thank you for the, accepting our invitation, no?
Of course, of
Yes.
course. And here, I am so passionate about sharing to people how to understand money better, how to have a better relationship with money. So any opportunity, especially with the people that you have here, alam ko maraming financial advisors. So this would help not just them, but also help them when they talk to their clients. Kasi iba pa din if you actually understand the psychology around money, not just the mechanics around money.
Yan. So very excited na ako, Coach, sa ating topic for tonight. Pero bago tayo pumunta doon, no, meron tayong tradition dito wherein we will react to a TikTok video na talagang curated, no, by my partner, si Mr. TPG. So invite ka namin na mag-react dito. And partner?
Yes, before ko i-share yung ating TikTok video for tonight. Ayan, shoutout sa mga nanonood sa The Prudent Generation Facebook page, kay James Clyde, Angelo Mendoza, Susan Panizares, Princess Lau, Villarin Marie Cabalar, Jan Tiamzon, and Eva Sihar. Ayan. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share our live session and tag your friends to join our session for tonight. And ayan, share ko na yung ating TikTok. So ito para ano lang siya, icebreaker before we will go sa topic ni Coach mamaya. And dahil malapit na yan, magde-December na, yung TikTok video natin for tonight is about Christmas. Ayan, panoorin natin yung TikTok video na to.
There was everything, and just like magic, they make the whole world sing. I look in your eyes, all the joy it brings. I'll teach you, and you'll teach me. Put up my sails, and I'll hold the wind. They'll let me hear to you at the open. And all it won't always be the same. And feelings don't change, they never fade away. When you're far from home, it's hard to know the way, but it's right there inside. And no, it won't always be the same. And feelings don't change just cause the picture fades. When you're far from home, it's hard to know the way, but it's right there inside. You don't need to relax until it starts. If you don't know where you're headed, follow your heart. When you're lost, they'll find you. I'm right there beside you. Like the light above your memories. You just like a compass that leads the way. You may take the road, but I'll never find. When you're lost, I'll guide you. Like hope that can find you. No, you're never too far away.
Ayun, so nakaka-touch. Ayan, anong masabi niyo dito partner and coach.
And baka gusto mauna ni Coach ngayon.
Well, yeah, thank you for sharing that, Bill. You know, the first time I saw it, it's not the first time I'm seeing it. I've seen it before, but the first time I saw it, it felt so nostalgic because it reminded me of my lola and how dami-daming tradition way back then. But then I don't have my lola anymore. So that just brought me back to my childhood. Sa amin, di uso ang parol eh. So for us before, what we would build, kasi lahat ng magpipinsan will all be in her house on Christmas Day. And then we have this Christmas tree made of cotton. So literally cotton balls, and then you paste them all together. It becomes this white Christmas tree. So I haven't seen that in years, and yeah, it just made me so nostalgic. So thank you for sharing that.
Ayan. Ang ganda nung sharing ni Coach Paula, no? Sa akin din, partner, kasi wala nang social life ata si MWP, no? Puro basa na tayo ng basa. At thank you, no? Dahil sa LNT na panood ko for the first time itong video na to. Pero ako, no, I'm not sure sa ating mga viewers, feel free to comment. Pero ako lang ba to? Parang pag tumatanda ka na, yung Pasko, parang nakakalungkot na, no? Before kasi, di ba, pag bata ka, parang, uy, saya-saya, Pasko, na, di ba, parang caroling, lahat-lahat, no? Marami kang makikitang parol, Christmas lights. Pero pag tumatanda ka, pag sa mall, tapos may mga Christmas songs, parang sa akin, nalulungkot ako, hindi ko lang alam bakit, no? Hindi ko lang bakit. Parang, alam mo yun, yung iba yung feeling, no? Parang, yan. So, pero dun sa video, ang reaction ko yung una, yung pagmamano. I think ang ganda nung pagkakuha ng culture na yun, no, ng Disney UK na sa atin parang tayo lang ata, no, ilan lang tayo sa culture na nagmamano. So a sign of respect to the elders, no, to the elders. And I think it's a good reminder for everyone na parang kahit sobrang busy ng buhay, no, sobrang busy at lahat, kahit sabihin natin ngayon sa bahay lang tayo at online ng lahat, pero we need to parang remember them at kung buhay pa sila, no, let's take advantage of this season. Actually, kahit ngayon, no, after ng LNT, tawagan niyo sila, kamusta sila, text mo, di ba, na miss ko na po kayo, love ko kayo, o kung ano man. I think pag nandun na rin tayo, no, pag tumanda na tayo, mamimiss din natin yung mga simpleng text and simpleng text o simpleng kamusta nila. So yun yung sa akin, partner. Ayan, partner.
Yes, thank you, coach and partner. So and maganda na nare-recognize yung tradition natin ng mga Filipinos, 'di ba? Hindi lang dito sa, syempre, alam na natin yun, pero yan, nare-recognize sa ibang bansa. And ayun, Disney pa. Even though alam naman natin na meron talagang mga animators na nasa Disney, pero alam ko nasa US sila naka-base. Pero ito, yung gumawa nito ay sa UK. So, yan ang ganda. Sana meron naman later on ma-feature din na talagang full-length film na Pinoy yung based from a Filipino culture, kasi 'di ba meron na yung Coco naman sa Mexico. So sana sa atin din ma-feature. And ito nga parang nabanggit ko na to sa isang session before, live session, na parang tayo lang yung mga Pinoy talaga nag umuwi during Christmas vacation or December para makasama yung mga kapamilya to have feast or pag Noche Buena or Medianoche. Ayun, kasi yung iba, like sa US, meron naman silang Thanksgiving. Yung iba, alam ko, meron din sa mga Jew. And ayun, so parang tayo lang tuwing December yung gano'n na umuwi. Pero parang napansin ko while I was browsing yung my memories kanina, parang before December, parang maraming nangyayari. Di ba? Like calamities. Tapos, ayun, nagiging December, yun nga, Christmas. Pero, ayun nga, no matter what happened, maganda kasi nakaka-uplift ng spirit during yung December, na even though marami tayong nadanas from November, October na mga kalamidad, is nandyan yung mga, for example, nagsisilabasan na yung mga station ID. So, ayun, maganda kasi yun yung nakakapagpa-remind sa atin na meron pang hope. So, yun yung reaction ko dun. Maiyak pa tayo. Ayun yun. Yung TikTok video natin for tonight, and bibigay si partner ng update. Yan, partner.
Makabagbag damdamin ang iyong reaction ngayon, partner. Sa mga viewers natin, no, feel free to react kung ano yung na-feel nyo rin dun sa ating video. At bago ko lang i-share, so mag-share screen lang ako, kindly share this also, this live stream, kasi ang ganda po ng topic natin ngayon, no? It's about money psychology. So not only to your clients, but also to your family members, to your loved ones. Kasi tingin ko, di ba, parang ang laki ho ng effect ng money psychology sa buong buhay natin, no? Parang it affects everything, no? Pag wala kang pera, mainitin ulo mo. Pag may pera ka, madali maging generous, no? Parang ganun lang kasimple, di ba? Totoo yun, no? Ang hirap magbigay kung wala kang ibibigay, no? So it's important
Mamaya,
that we have.
intindihin natin yan sa money psychology.
Yan. So, feel free to share, no? And tag your friends. Kasi makakatulong to sa kanila. So, okay, bigyan yung update, no? So, BSP forecast higher November inflation at range of 2.4 to 3.2%. So, ang reason nito dahil nga during what happened, no? Etong November nito, grabe kasi 'di ba part-time college professor po si MWP at ngayong November parang hindi po ako nakapagturo sa isang school, no, kasi ang daming academic break. Nag-aaral din ako ng law. Yung law school namin parang ang dami ring academic break kaya yung midterms namin parang na-move ngayong December. So ang reason nito dahil nga nung bagyo, ang daming naapektuhan. So mukhang tataas yung mga prices na yung basic goods and services. Anong effect nito sa atin? Effect nito sa atin kung hindi ka pa nag-i-invest, ibig sabihin yung value of money mo bumababa. Pero based on this 2.4 and 3.2 projection, okay pa rin po to kasi ang total target naman natin for the year of 2020 is to have this range, no, 2 to 3% na inflation. This is healthy, hindi pa po to parang sobra na parang nag-hyperinflation na tayo o may problema sa ekonomiya. Okay, so yan. Check lang natin PSEI natin, no. Philippine Stock Exchange natin for the past 1 2 3 4, no. So simula Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday pababa po siya. Last time nakita natin, sinabi natin to parang this is a reverse hanging man, no, o reverse hammer, inverse hammer, and it's a parang reversal signal. Tapos last week sinabi rin natin na itong gap na to usually binabalikan yan, parang love life, di ba? Pag walang closure, parang hindi ka maka-move on, no? So ganun din po sa stock market, parang pag may gap, parang kailangan ko i-close, no? Parang usually binabalikan, usually generally, no, pero hindi naman palagi. So ano po yung pwede nating makita dito? Pwede nating tignan, gawa lang ako ng horizontal line. So pwede nating tignan, ito na ho kasi yung support, itong 6 area na to. So by tomorrow walang trading day, by Tuesday sana hindi na siya bumaba. Pero just in case bumaba, ito po yung next na support, no. Diyan po tayo pwedeng bumili. Again, we're looking long term naman ang perspective natin kasi sabi nga natin nasa pandemya pa po tayo. Pero ang sure tayo yung pandemya matatapos kasi may gamot na 'di ba? Kailangan na lang yung manufacturing at i-execute 'yon. So, ang tanong dito, gaano katagal? Hindi natin alam gaano katagal pero in the next 3 to 5 years, parang the financial analysts are telling us na okay, the market will recover and ang layo pa po nito, no, kasi na-hit natin 2018 is around 9,000 level. Now nasa 6,792 tayo. So, if hindi pa ho kayo nakakapag-start, this is a good way, no, to enter na kasi this is another opportunity na binibigyan tayo na we are buying at a lower price. So ano rin factor nito, pwede rin kasi na long weekend. It's because of a long weekend na walang pasok bukas, walang trading day. So yung mga investors they took profit na. Ay kumita na yun, ang tagal nung pagkita na to. So sige, kita na tayo. So yung iba nagbenta, ni-realize muna nila yung gain nila. Okay, so pero tignan natin ano ba nangyari kay Mary Mart. No, si Mary Mart hindi siya bumaba. Tumaas pa siya. So let's see, no, sana mag-maintain to na mag-consolidate siya sa area na to, mag-create siya ng momentum, 'di ba? And then later on umakyat pa. So etong si Mary Mart, 'di ba, parang we're looking at na parang double dragon. So meron tayong tinignan tayo na before, no? Tinignan na tawag dito, projection. Ano ba nangyari kay Double Dragon? Si Double Dragon ho nag-start to, kung di ako nagkakamali, piso. Tapos umabot po yan 80, no, after 2 years. So hindi natin alam si Mary Mart ba at 6 pesos now aabot ba ng 80? Pero ang alam natin ay ito. Ilan ba si Mary Mart? Ay 3 pesos ba ngayon? Ayan, mga 6 pesos na abot 80. Alam natin ito. Ang may-ari ng Mary Mart at ang may-ari ng Double Dragon ay isa. At ang may-ari nun ay si Injapsia, na may-ari namang inasal, no? Genius, no? The genius ito si Injapsia. Pero again, this is not a solicitation to buy or to sell. Ito po ay hula pa rin, no? Hula lang to ni MWP. Lahat po na nagsasabi sa market, nanguhula lang yan. Kasi ang tama po ay yung market lamang. So, this is not also the opinion of our company. Sariling opinion lang po to. So caveat, study pa rin po, no? Caveat emptor. Last na lang, check na lang tayo, dalawang financial instrument. Dito nagko-consolidate sa area 6.35. So okay lang yan, steady ka lang dyan dito, and then later on sana pumalo ka, no? By in the next by 2021. And last is yung mga Bitcoin natin dyan, yung mga hodlers. Nung past 2 days natakot po tayo, no? Kasi bumaba yung Bitcoin. Tapos sabi natin, magkakaroon ba ulit ng another, parang nangyari na kasi to dati na parang pag-akyat niya dito, 'di ba, biglang bumagsak. Pero ngayon ayan yung nangyari, no. Na-meet na niya to dati, tapos biglang bumagsak to 4,000. Pero ngayon we can see na okay, sige, pag-akyat niya, bumaba siya at this level 17,000. So hindi na niya na-hit yung 16,000 na closing, no. Ngayon nasa 18,000 na ulit siya. And siguro pinagkaiba before, anong year ba to? Itong pagbagsak na to. This is December 2017. Ngayong December 2020, ang pinagkaiba nito, before kasi hindi pa masyado itong kinikilala ng mga institutional investors, no. Ngayon may mga bangko na may account. Katulad sa atin, may Union Bank, no. You can buy Bitcoin sa Union Bank. May mga countries na ngayon na may sariling crypto. At saka, syempre, di ba, parang mas kinikilala na siya ng international community. Pero again, ang Bitcoin po ay isa pa ring tawag dito, exotic asset. So don't place all your money in Bitcoin. Kumbaga, kung maglalagay tayo at most, depende sa yaman po natin, no? Pero as of now, 5% of the net worth, yun muna yung i-allocate natin. Pero again, depende po yan sa tao. Pero may nagsasabi na abot to by 1 million, no? Bitcoin daw by 2035. Pero again, yan nga, nanguhula pa rin yan, no? Wala naman talaga makakapagsabi ano yung mangyayari sa Bitcoin. Pero kung wala ka pa nito, I think this is the future, kahit konti lang. And yun nga, sa Coins PH, kahit 50 pesos, pwede kang bumili ng Bitcoin. So, share ko lang, no? Last week, nagbayad ako ng bill. So, may nakuha akong 100 pesos rebate sa Coins PH. Doon na ako nagbabayad eh. And then yung 100 pesos na yun, ginawa kong Bitcoin. It's free money. Di ba? Free money that you can invest. So, yan yung mga parang life hacks that we can. So, yan yung natin, partner and Coach Paula. Bigyan na namin yung floor sa'yo, Coach. Tama ba, partner?
Thank you, Harold. I love it. May hugot at may life hack na kasamang updates. I love it. Thank you for that. And I have a question for everyone. This includes you guys as well. If your money can talk right now, is it happy or unhappy? What do you think? So go ahead and type it in also in the chat box. Kayo, Bill, Harold, is your happy money or unhappy? What do you think?
Ano ba sa'yo, partner? Parang hirap naman pala sagutin yan. So, ako, happy ako na buhay ako, pero yung money ko, siguro happy naman siya, pero gusto pa niya ng more. Parang ganon. Yun yung tingin ko. Gusto pa niya ng more. Yung partner.
Beautiful. Ikaw, Bill?
Sa akin, Coach, and happy din kasi ayan, marami din akong gusto pang marami pa akong goals, money goals sa buhay.
Yeah, thank you. And I love that question so much because parang we never think about it. Diba, we only think if we're happy with our money. We don't really think, masaya ba yung pera natin? And later on, I'll talk about that a little bit more. And really, what I'm gonna share today is changing that mindset around money. Because for a lot of us, lalo na mga Pinoy, the energy around money is always so negative. It's always mabigat, mahirap siyang kitain and all that. And I wanted to help people shift that perspective that they can start having that relationship with money that's positive, productive, and it's joyful. Na masaya ka, tapos pumapasok yung pera. Wouldn't that be beautiful, guys? So if those who are in the chat box, go ahead as well. Tell us, uy, unhappy daw yung pera ni Charlita. Okay lang yan. Because you know what, Charlita, you are here today. And I'd love to believe that there is no accident of you being here. So what we'll learn today, you'll be able to apply, understand yourselves better so that slowly but quickly we can make those unhappy money of yours happy. So again, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to be here and I'm quite curious where everyone is. It's my first time, gentlemen, to be in a Facebook Live at this time. Parang yung latest ko was 8 o'clock. I've never been invited to anything at past 8. So this is quite interesting. So good evening to everyone. Thank you for staying awake for today's session. And just quickly, I wanted to check up on you. Saan ba kayo? Where are you watching us from? Because just a trivia, I am actually here in Kalibo, Aklan. I am based in Manila, but ever since the start of the quarantine, I moved here to Aklan. So yeah, I've been here for 8 months. So go ahead in the chat. I'd love to know where you guys are as well. And today, it's really understanding the psychology around money. Because I was sharing with Bille and Harold earlier that for a lot of us, especially mga insurance agents or insurance professionals, we tend to get caught up with the mechanics na dapat ganito, dapat mag-save, dapat ganyan. Kasi at the end of the day, we all know naman how to get rich. Eh. You have a job or you earn money and then you save that money and then you invest that money and voila, you should be rich, di ba? Pero ba't ganon? bakit hindi siya nangyayari, di ba? That's the question for a lot of people. We all know we need insurance. We all know we need to save. But why is it so hard? And the thing it's because of the psychology. It's because pipilitan mo isang tao save, sige, mag-save ako, pero yung pakiramdam ko as I'm saving, parang dinideprive ko yung sarili ko. Kawawa naman ako. Gusto ko mag-shopping 12, pero kailangan ko magbayad ng insurance, kailangan ko mag-save. Rather than have that beautiful relationship with money, parang pabigat siya, burden siya. Have you experienced that with your clients, Bille, Harold, or for those who are watching? Yung parang ang bigat-bigat sa puso nila magbayad or mag-save, pero alam nilang kailangan sa gagawin nila.
Si partner mo na.
Ayan, sa akin, personally, hindi na. Pero siguro nung babalikan ko 7 years ago, parang hirap magbayad ng bills, no? So what I do nga, parang palagi ko sinasabi, when you do the budgeting, it's happy money, no? Parang, hindi, naka-allot na to eh. Siguro ang stressful lang minsan pag may biglang expense na parang, ay, wala siya sa budget. Pero siguro doon pumapasok yung emergency fund in that case din. So, yun yung sa akin. And partner?
Thank you.
And sa akin, yung mga hindi ko pa nagiging client, pero naririnig ko yung mga saloobin nila na, hindi, minsan lang ako mabubuhay. Gusto ko gastusin agad yung pera ko. Parang gano'n.
Yeah, and we hear that a lot. And I really do, I am in awe of the work that you do, yung mga financial advisors natin, because your job really is helping people understand na, yun nga, we have to prepare for the future because we don't want to one day wake up and, oh no, what's happening? So I really do honor. And parang it's very important that you also enlighten people, help them understand their own psychology around money rather than just tell them, kumuha ka ng insurance para kapag retire ka, minsan kasi nila maintindihan eh. And hindi rin nila maintindihan bakit mahirap for them, ano yung psychology behind it. So I hope that, go ahead, grab your friends who are financial advisors as well. Or if you have clients na talagang gusto mo i-close, tapos talagang hindi kasi mahirap ang buhay, mahirap kumita ng pera, gusto mo mag-shift din yung kanyang money psychology, tag them in and I'm sure they'll get a thing or two here. And hopefully after this, kapag kinausap mo, masabi niya, oo nga no, para importante pala to. I wanna be part of Pru also or whichever company that is. So yeah, there you go. So really my focus here is understanding the psychology, because the moment you change the psychology, then the action tends to happen. But if you just force yourself to take action, meaning mag-save, but the psychology is the same, you'll probably be able to save for 6 months. And then after that 6 months, sobrang asar na asar ka na, ang bigat-bigat na, then you just splurge it and then you forget about it and say, ay nako, I really am hopeless when it comes to money. So here, my message really, and the reason why I do this is because I want to tell people that there is hope. None of us are horrible with money. It's just that we learned a lot of things along the way that might not be helping us. So today, my goal is to enlighten you a bit for you to be able to see na, ito pala yung habits ko around money, and maybe I can start making steps to start shifting that already. So yon. So thank you. Ayan, sabi, hindi po financial advisor, pero interested ako sa money psychology. I love it. Thank you, Chloe, thank you. Okay, so with this, my invitation for everyone is this is gonna be very interactive. I'm not that kind of speaker na magasalita lang for 1 hour. So I need you guys to type because I love hearing your feedback. I love learning from you as well. So I will be asking questions, and all you have to do is just answer yes or no if you can relate to these questions, because these questions are scenarios of yung mga typical money habits natin. So go ahead, type it in the chat, and then my friends here, Bill and Harold, feel free to make kwento also if something comes to mind. So first question is, number 1, do you believe that all your problems will be solved kapag nanalo ka ng loto? Kapag biglang dumami yung pera mo, lahat ng problema mo mawawala. Yes or no, put that in the chat box. And I'm sure a lot of us are saying yes to this. A lot of us fantasized winning the loto. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a couple of yeses here. Kayo ba tingin nyo, gentlemen?
Sa akin, no. Ikaw, partner.
Hindi. Yan, there you go. So that's interesting. So no sa kanila. Okay, si Louie din no. Now, later on, we'll talk about we'll talk about the personalities. So feeling ko, alam ko yung personality ng mga tao dito because a lot of people here are very, very vigilant when it comes to money. Kaya nga kayo nanonood ng The Prudent Generation. Kasi vigilant kayo. Now, yung kliyente nyo, hindi tayo sure kung vigilant sila. So nice still to understand their psychology. Here's my second question. Has this ever happened to you that you had this target salary? Now, I know when I was starting out, I said, kapag yung kita ko 25,000, which was way back when, masaya na ako, lahat ng kailangan ko, I'll be able to pay for it. And I was able to hit 25, it became 30, became 50, became 100. Pataas siya, pataas. And then you realize whenever you hit the target, it's still not enough. Has that ever happened to you? Yes or no? Just put that in the chat box. And I know we do have a bit of a delay kasi Facebook Live. So may mga 15-second delay yan. But yeah, we'll wait for your answers there. So just go ahead and say yes or no. Have you ever set a target salary and then once you hit it, ay, kulang pa pala. Has that happened to you guys? Ayan, si Chloe says, gusto ko po, but not enough to say yes. Okay, true po. Ayan, I'm seeing a lot of yeses here. Sige, let's go to your next question, which is, do you avoid when you see your bills? Because we know that they always come very promptly every month. Okay, either they are snail mail or via email. Are you the kind who would avoid it? Or kahit yung pagbabayad, you will pay at the very last day. Are you that kind of person? Just go ahead, say yes or no. Or maybe, kapag nasa mailbox, dinilit yung bill para hindi ako ma-stress out.
Nakakatakot.
Marami yung kilalang ganyan. Go ahead, guys. I'll pitch in lang if you wanna add to this. I'll move forward to my next question, which is question number 4. Are you the kind who feel uncomfortable talking about money? Now, when si Harold was talking about the stock market kanina and all the movement, all that, are you the kind na parang, oh my gosh, I'm so uncomfortable with this. I don't want any conversation that has anything that's money related or whatnot. Just go ahead, say yes or no. And then question number 5. Ito, interesting to. Will you be offended if I ask you on the spot, so magkano sinasweldo mo on a monthly basis? Okay, tally natin, the entire 2020, magkano yung kinita mo? Okay, how many of you would be offended? And I kid you not. I've seen a lot of faces. Whenever I ask this, I didn't even ask them the question. I just asked them if they would be offended. Tapos yung mga mukha nila parang, why are you, that is so rude, Paula. Why are you asking me that question? So again, there's so much taboo for a lot of people. And I'm sure for you guys, whenever you do financial planning, di ba part yun sa when you're trying to assess with a client, so you have to know, magkano ba kinikita niya, ano ba expenses. Have you ever had that feeling na talagang sobrang hirap na hirap yung kliyente, parang ayaw niya magsalita? Has it happened to you guys?
Yes.
Lots of times, I would assume.
May mga...
Next question po. Na-impatient na si Chloe. Next question po. Okay. Sige. Question number 6. Do you prefer branded items Are you the kind na kunwari, yung financial advisor mo, titingnan mo, ano ba relo niya? Naka-Rolex ba yan? Ano ba yung telepono niya? Naka-Samsung ba yan? Naka-Apple ba yan? Yung laptop, naka-Mac ba yan? Are you the kind who would be very specific when it comes to branded items for yourself? And you tend to judge people also in terms of what branded items they have. Number 7, here's an interesting one. And I love the disclaimer Harold said earlier kanina. Kasi ito, do you get into investments without really understanding them? Sabi ni Harold it's a good time to invest daw. And sabi rin ng friend ko, it's a good time to invest. And everyone's investing. So sige na nga, kahit di ko naintindihan, makapag-invest na nga. Tapos bigla kang nadismaya kasi nga hindi mo naintindihan yung pinaggagawa mo. Pasok ka ng pasok. So that's question number 7. And here's number 8. And I want your take here, both of you, Bille and Harold. Have you ever been in a restaurant and then you paid super expensive? Let's just imagine in my top of head burger. Imagine merong burger na 10,000 pesos. Yun yung burger. Tapos, pagkakagat mo, ay, hindi mo gusto yung lasa. Uubusin mo ba? 10,000 pesos siya. Ikaw nagbayad.
Sa akin, ubusin ko.
Ubusin mo, there you go. So, si Bille ubusin, si Harold. And then, that's interesting. A lot of people actually would, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the idea of sunk cost. Nandun ka na kasi, nabayaran mo na, so you kind of have to make the most out of it. So that's one concept there. So I'm curious for the people here in my family, ubusin nila. Actually, kahit hindi 10,000 peso burger, kahit 500 lang yan, nakatingin sila sa plato mo, tapos sabihin lang, marami na ugutom. 500 pesos yan, ubusin mo. Imagine, adults na kami, parents still do that. So it's such a Pinoy culture. So yeah, thank you for that honesty. Next up, how many of you, nag-aantay ng 12-12. Sobrang disiplinado when it comes to shopping, going to Lazada, going to Shopee, and then hindi bumibili ng kahit ano, pero come 12-12, talagang all logic gone! As in, inaantay, 12:01! At the cart, tapos buy na! So how many of you are waiting for 12:12 to buy all those shopping items? And talagang wala nang isip-isip, dire-diretso ang shopping. Wala nang, kumbaga yung paghihigpit mo sarili mo na isang buong buwan, forgotten the moment it's 12:12. So go ahead, just say yes or no. I love it. Nakakatawa yung mga tao dito. Feeling ko nakaka-relate sila. Tawang-tawa si Nina. Okay, next question, very similar also to online shopping because a lot of us do it. How many of you would spend hours and hours and hours comparing prices on Shopee, on Lazada, everywhere. Talagang tapos yung natipid niya lang, parang 50 pesos. Pero, 4 na oras siyang So just go ahead, say yes or no if you can relate. Si Bille nakaka-relate. Alam mo, minsan I catch myself sometimes. Para ako, wait lang, magkano ba nagtitipid ko? Kung 30 pesos lang, go na to, no? Ano ba? Or minsan yung free shipping, aantayin mo pa talaga na kailangan gising ka hanggang madaling araw para free shipping pa rin. When you think about it, magkano ba na-save ko? 100 pesos talaga ba? Abuswain ko yung katawan ko para sa 100 pesos yung makatulog. So, thank you. Ang dami nating guilty dyan. Next up. Okay. How many of you are having a hard time kapag may mga tao humihingi ng pera? Either utang, may mangungutang sa'yo, or let's say may charity event or fundraising. It's so hard for you to say no. So just go ahead, say yes or no if you can relate to that. And lastly, on the inverse, how many of you here have a hard time maningil ng pera? Or let's say nagbenta ka, tapos kukunin mo yung payment, yung follow-up, talagang ikaw pa yung sobrang awkward. So how many of you here can relate to that? Just go ahead and say yes or no. So yeah, Bille and Harold, anything there that stood out for you na feeling nyo parang guilty pa kayo or used to be guilty of and nakakatawa na lang thinking of it now? Meron ba?
Partner.
Sige, partner.
Yung sa akin, ang naalala ko pag ganyan yung mga 12-12, yung misis ko na gumagawa. Minsan naiinis ko sa akin kasi binibili ako, tapos sasabihin, ang mahal niya binili mo may 50 off compared dito.
Yeah. So usually nga, it's usually the wives who sobrang yung mga coupons, mga vouchers, alam mo nila yung schedule na kailangan. Someone told me this, usually daw yung free shipping mga 12 midnight or around 2 a.m.
Yes.
So a lot of people uy, alam niya. Alam ni Bill. So there. And nahihiya ako maningil. Maningil. There you go. Yeah. For a lot of people, that really is a struggle. Now, here's the thing. All these questions that I ask you, these are reasons, these are habits that are making your money unhappy. Okay? Why do I say that? Because they seemingly, para silang napaka-inosente. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's taking away so much from you. But really, if you think about it, if you repeatedly do all these habits, like for instance, yung sabihin sa akin, Paula, masama ako, nag-check ako ng presyo. So allow me to give an example. Let's say for instance, if you spend 5 hours to save 150 pesos. Okay, nakasave ka ng 150, but in reality, isipin mo, ano yung pwede mo magawa in that 5 hours? How much money could you have made if you focus your energy on something productive rather than spending that 5 hours looking for a way to save 150 pesos? So here, it's more of perspective. So I'm not saying that if you're guilty of any of them, you're bad or you're hooked or whatever. What I'm saying here are these are tiny habits that sometimes we don't realize, but they are hurting us in terms of our financial psychology or our day-to-day habits. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you the 4 scripts or 4 personalities when it comes to money. Because if you said yes to any of those questions, chances are you would fall under one of these 4 personalities. And the first personality I'd like to share with you guys is number 1, money worship. Okay? And very interesting yung pangalan niya. Medyo giveaway na. So money worship, ibig sabihin mahilig sa pera tong mga to. And if you were someone who said na, your money was never enough, na kahit lumaki na yung sweldo mo, you realize, ay, kulang pa rin. Tapos lumaki ulit, ay, kulang pa rin. Chances are you're under that money worship personality. And usually, people under money worship, at yung they are very driven in order to make money. So chances are, when the start of the pandemic happened, if you lost your job or business was not good, hindi to nag-antay masyado sa bahay. These people, at yung mga maabilidad, naghanap ng paraan to make money. So talagang racket, creative, and all that, they would go to lengths to make money. And these people also, they enjoy spending. They really do. They really do. Kapag malungkot sila, mag-shopping sila. Kapag masaya sila, mag-shopping sila. Kapag gutom sila, mag-shopping din sila. Kapag bored sila, mag-shopping din sila. Why? Because the shopping, the act of spending money, they love it. And chances are this Christmas season, these are the people who would be sending out lots and lots of gifts. So if you know friends na money worship, nice to have them as your friend. Remind them na friend ka nila para padalang ka nila ng regalo. Because these people are super, super generous when it comes to money. Also, usually ito mga money worship, ito yung nagma-max out ng credit card bill. Ng credit cards. Why? Because nga, they love that act of shopping. They love that act of being able to treat people. And meron talaga silang irresistible urge to spend. And normally, for these people, yung thinking nila na if only I had more money, then all my problems will go away. All my problems will be solved. Kasi nga, malaki yung focus on the money. So go ahead in the chat box. If any of you can relate here, just a disclaimer though, nobody is 100% money worship or any of the personalities. We're always a mix of the 4. So chances are you'll get to relate a bit here and then you'll get to relate a bit in the other ones as well. So go ahead and just tell me, just to relate, if nakaka-relate kayo so far sa money worship. And with that, I will move forward to our next money personality, which is what we call our money status. And maraming similarities ang money status tsaka money worship. Number 1 there is they love money as well, to the point that parang money worship, talagang rarakit yung mga yan. Mag-overtime sila kung kinakailangan, to the point that sometimes we forget about our health already. Diba? We forget time with our family. Pareho sila ng money worship kasi nga there is this need to make a lot of money. And for money status naman, they enjoy the act of shopping, pero medyo may difference in terms of status. Sa kanila, they enjoy the status that shopping, that having expensive items will give them. So for them, syempre, hindi mo makikita sa karinderya, yung mga yan, hindi mo makikita yan na nasa department store. Syempre, kailangan branded. Yan, kailangan yung mga pinupuntahan yung mga restaurants, mahal. Tapos yung relo niyan, most likely, Rolex or something na, alam mo yun, talagang may tatak. So they're that kind, and also they're the kind who would look at the people also and judge you according to, uy, naka-Rolex, ay, naka-Timex, ganun sila. So ito, medyo may ganon. And how they would rate their success is, they would be comfortably able to say na successful ako if marami akong pera. Kung wala akong pera, wala akong assets, they don't feel as great about themselves. And I can go as far and say sometimes they feel that their net worth is equal to their self-worth. So yun yung kumbaga the extreme of it. So sometimes they start to forget that there are other things in life para, not just money and not just status. So go ahead again in the chat box, tell us if we can relate a bit maybe to both or maybe a bit more on money status. Just share that in the chat box. And let's move forward to, I think, personality that the both of the gentlemen I'm with can relate to, which is money vigilance. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who are watching us are also under this same personality, because money vigilance, as you know, the name says vigilant. So ibig sabihin, they save. Okay? Kapag kailangan ng gumastos, save pa din. So, ang problema dito minsan, money vigilance, usually marami tong pera kasi nga vigilant mag-ipon. Okay? Ang problema minsan kay vigilant, need na. Kailangan, kunwari, yung anak mo umiiyak, gusto ng gelato. Sabihin mo, ay, ang mahal ng gelato, huwag ka na dyan, doon tayo sa doon tayo sa soft serve. Gusto nga yun ng gelato. Talagang hindi ka mapayag kasi you're so vigilant when it comes to money. So sometimes, talagang delayed gratification. That's why usually money vigilance, ito yung mga madaling kausap sa insurance, because they understand the need for delayed gratification, because I can suffer now so that I can have a better future and I have a better, kumbaga, financial future. And there's a lot of fear kasi of what if maubusan ako ng pera in the future. So again, madali silang kausap when it comes to insurance. The thing lang with them, they will ask you a lot of questions because usually money vigilance, they don't really trust other people with their money. So chances are, even before they say yes to you, they have 100 questions. You have to answer that 100 questions. Tapos na kayo, tawagan ka pa rin niya, may nakalimutan akong itanong. So they are that kind. And sometimes, sa sobrang vigilant, sa sobrang cautious nila, they tend to let go of opportunities. Nakaalis na yung opportunity. Why? Because they're so cautious about things. They're so scared. So if you have a client na money vigilance, you just have to assure them that their money is safe. That is your role. And the moment you do that, ay nako, ang dami mo may benta sa kanilang insurance plan. Believe me, super. So a lot of people here, I know you're under money vigilance. So go ahead and say relate if you can relate. So kayo, nakaka-relate ba kayo, Bille and Harold? Tama ba ang hula ko? Vigilance tayo?
Siguro mga 60% yan. Hindi masyado.
60%. Okay,
balance.
Yeah, usually we're a mix naman eh. So 60 means it's the most dominant one. Yeah. Ikaw, Bille, nakaka-relate ka ba dito? A bit.
Hindi masyado, pero more on sa unang dalawa kanina.
Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Another trivia. Usually money vigilance, ang background na to, normally yung parents nila, baka may pinagdaanan na financial crisis, na wala ng pera, na bankrupt, or kahit sila mismo. So normally, that's also a trigger na maging vigilant sila afterwards. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is it's never permanent. So you can be more of a money vigilant now, you become a money worshiper eventually, or a status became a vigilant. I mean, I became more vigilant fairly recently, pero ang personality ko, believe it or not, is the next one, which is money avoidance. And in terms of clients, ito ang pinakamahirap bentahan ng insurance, guys. So bakit? Because money avoidance, from the name itself, they will avoid money at all cost. They don't like talking about money. They're uncomfortable about money. Yung bills nila, sila yung nag-delete sa inbox, tapos makakalimutan ng bayaran yung bills, tapos lumalaki na yung bills. Yan, sila yung mga yan, na kung kumuha ng insurance, dapat auto-debit yung mga yan. Oo, kasi nga they don't like being reminded about money. Usually there's a lot of negative feeling around money, na to the point na kunwari freelancer, let's say speaker siya or nagbenta siya ng something, ayaw niya magpabayad kasi feeling niya kapag binayaran siya, it makes my intention less pure. Parang magiging sell out ako the moment they pay me. So ayoko. So, ganun sila. Tapos wala pala silang pera. Nakakatawa. Ako yun eh. Ako yun before. Ang dami gusto magbayad sa akin. No, I want to be pure. I want to be a coach. I want to be a trainer. Don't pay me, guys. Kasi this is coming from my heart. Money avoidance, yun yung mga yan. So yeah, that's very interesting. That's why usually kapag yung mga financial seminar, you won't see them there. Or the moment na kumare nagbe-briefing kayo with a set of clients, may lumabas, tapos hindi na bumalik, usually money avoidance yan. Kasi again, they're not as comfortable. So here, the challenge is you have to help them transition paunti-unti so that they can start being a bit more comfortable when it comes to money conversations. So those are the 4 personalities. So I'm quite curious what the insights of the people are here. Do you see yourself in one of the personalities? Do you see yourself in multiple? It's also possible that malakas, I'll give you an example, malakas ang money worship tsaka vigilance. If you think about it, posible ba yun? Vigilance, save. Worship, spend. Posible bang malakas pareho? Posible siya. And I'll give you an example. Kaya ako meron 12-12, tsaka yung checking all the prices. Kasi usually, kapag money worship ka, tapos mataas ang vigilance mo, you will shop, pero you will only shop kapag naka-discount, kapag bargain, kapag buy one, take one. You'll never buy things na full price. Pero the moment na discount, isa lang kailangan mo, sabi kapag nag-add to cart ng 10, meron kang plus 2. So, ginawa niya, binili niya 10 plus 2. So, that's an example. So, they do interact with one another. So, very interesting siya if mas malalim yung understanding mo of ano yung iba-ibang percentages mo in the different personalities. And I do a workshop and I do have an assessment test for this. So, normally people really get to understand, oh my gosh, I'm number 1 money avoidance, number 2 ganito, kaya pala. And then I go a bit deeper pa and try to understand saan ba nanggaling yung paniniwala mo on money. Because trivia for a lot of people, whatever you know about money, usually it came from your parents and your grandparents. Because as kid, between 0 to 8 years old, 80% of all, lahat ng paniniwala mo nanggaling sa panahon na yun eh. So whether or not your parents were telling you about money, you were seeing things, you were observing things. The fact that your parents are not saying anything, that's also an indication. Kapag magkaiba yung personality ng parents mo, magkaiba yung way nila with money, you get to absorb that. So whether or not your parents are aware of it, they were teaching you about money. Minsan, mali yung naituro kasi nga hindi sila aware. So it's very important we go back to where those beliefs came from, understand it, and once you understand it, we're able to shift it. And that's where I come in. As a coach, I really help people understand what their money scripts are. Because the moment you know what your script is, there is a certain release around it. You're more aware already so that moving forward, hindi ka na victim ng script. Kasi you have the power, you know better because you have that awareness. So with that, that's it for me, guys. And I'd love to help people out here. So if you have questions, go ahead, send me questions. I'd be happy to answer them.
Yan, ang ganda. Thank you, Coach Paula, no? Wait, nag-ano ba? Ay, nag-feedback ba? Ayan, okay na. So, ayan, ang ganda nung personally tama yung sinabi rin niyo na yung money psychology natin, it comes from our parents. Kaya mapapansin niyo no kung quote unquote spender or halimbawa money worshipper yung one of your parents, most likely money worshipper ka rin. Tapos kung yung grandparent mo naman ay money vigilant, ikaw naman magiging money vigilant. Personally ganun, yung nanay ko kasi money worshipper, gusto niya spend ng spend. Yung lolo ko naman dahil sa bank to nag-work at saka parang rags to riches story, money vigilant naman. So nakuha ko to sa different stages ng buhay ko. May time na sobrang gastos ko, may time na sobrang kuripot ko naman. Pero ang maganda lang din nun siguro because of reading a lot of books and being a financial advisor, na-balance ko rin siya. So siguro yung question ko, may ideal ba na psychology for dito dun sa apat na yun? O depende sa personality ng tao yan?
Sige, let me tackle it a bit lang. I love the example that you gave na parang opposites yung nanay tsaka yung parents mo tsaka yung lola. Two things kasi dyan. You either copy them in terms of personality. So kung vigilant ka, or you rebel against it. So vigilant siya, naging social ka. Vigilant siya, naging status ka. Posibleng ganon. And with myself, actually, medyo ganun ako. And I know a lot of people na ganun. And at the end of the day, I don't want to say that there is an ideal personality. I mean, a lot of people think money vigilant is the best. But if you really think about it, there are pros and cons in the money vigilance also. So for me, the best is getting all the lessons from all four and applying those lessons. What do I mean? Money vigilant, magaling mag-save. So if you're able to get that perspective na magaling mag-save, good for you, and then you're able to get the perspective na you enjoy money as well, you know how to balance, good for you, and you also get that perspective na money is not everything, na alam mo yun, there's more to life. I mean, it's getting the lessons from all these different personalities. So there's never an ideal or perfect personality, because I believe no person is ever perfect. I mean, that's just how we were built. So what the beauty of us is our idiosyncrasy. Alam mo yun, what makes us different, makes us beautiful. So it's complementing with one another. That's my take there.
Ayan, ang ganda. So, may nag-comment, sabi niya dito, nakakabitin. So, kung nabitin po kayo, saan nga ba sila ulit pupunta, partner, no? Kasi may talagang full workshop si coach for this. And syempre, mas maganda doon, halimbawa, talagang, hindi naman natin mapag-uusapan dito, yung iba, parang, yung history na ng buhay nyo, baka confidential na, di ba? Parang nakakahiya or hindi pa ganun ka-open. So, saan nga ba sila pwede pumunta, partner or coach?
Sige, with this, I actually do a full version of the Happy Money Project. So parang patikim yun today. So you can either catch me in a full workshop, or if you want mas malalim, if you really want to understand yourself better, I do one-on-one coaching as well. And I really do suggest, if you're really serious about changing your money destiny, changing things in your life permanently, I go for the coaching. So just go ahead, message me. I am on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. There's a lot of articles there, lots of resources there, and you can email me at coachpaulaperalta@gmail.com. And really, I'd love to be able to continue the conversation. Kahit ako nabitin ako, guys. So I hope I can talk to you guys as well, even after today's session.
Ayan. So, ang ganda, no? Ang ganda, gusto ko lang pala isingit, parang at the end of the day, regardless of the success and status that we achieve, may magtataka tayo, no, bakit hindi pa rin ako happy? Di ba meron yung iba na parang wala kang pera, happy sila. Meron yung iba sobrang daming pera, no, hindi sila happy. Or meron yung iba naman wala silang pera, hindi rin sila happy. So at the end of the day, no, the objective, tingin ko, no, of coach is to, regardless of kung ano mang social status or money, we can be happy. And when we are happy, money will follow, no? Money will follow. Parang
I do believe that as well. And sometimes, there are people who are very rich but they're not happy kasi iba naman issue nila. So with that, I do life coaching too, guys. So if you're in that category, message me as well.
2-in-1 pala to. 2-in-1, no? Life and money coaching.
Yes! Magkaiwalay lang yun. Magkaibang session.
Alright. So, thank you, Coach Paula. No? At sa ating mga viewers, no, kung meron man dito ng mga hashtag replay na tomorrow pa nila mapapanood to, feel free to comment din and feel free to follow, and as you can message Coach Paula anytime. So, punta na siguro tayo doon sa next part na ating segment wherein meron tayong 50 pesos GCASH, no? Hindi siya ganun kalaki, pero again, this, you can use this, no, to invest or to spend, no. Siguro yung hindi sumasagot dito, sila yung mga money avoidance, no. Ayaw nila talaga ng libre. Ayaw nila ng libre, no. So ayan, para manalo po kayo, no, kung nanonood kayo sa TPG, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin is to share it to your timeline and then comment, no, sa Facebook. Kung nanonood naman kayo kay The Millennial Wealth Planner, punta lang po kayo sa YouTube channel, Harold Gardon, The Millennial Wealth Planner, and comment lang po doon. Tatanong namin yung sagot. Ay, tatanong namin yung tanong. Tapos doon kayo sasagot, no? Ayan, puyat na, 11 na raw. Ayan, so, bago tayo ibigay yung tanong, dahil meron tong konting delay, partner, baka may announcement tayo sa ating mga viewers.
Yeah, so papakita ko lang ulit kung saan ninyo pwede makontak si Coach Paula. So ito po, naka-flash sa ating screen yung Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WordPress, and email ni Coach. And then, thank you, Coach, sa shinare ninyo kasi, ayan, napakaganda kasi, di ba, yung kasabihan, bago mo malaman yung, para malaman yung kasi di ba yung prutas lang nakikita natin, pero dapat malaman din yung ugat. So, ito na ngayon, yung money psychology is the ugat of every person. So, bakit sila ganun? Bakit spender? Bakit yung tao na ganito, ganyan? So, ayun, dito natin malalaman sa money psychology. And ayun nga, pag gusto pa ninyong malaman, yung sa inyo naman, personally, pwede nyo kontakin si Coach. And ayan, so, baka may idadagdag po kayo, Coach.
No, that's it. Thank you. I was just saying, feel free to message me, guys. I'd be happy to talk to you. And yung 50 pesos na yan, if you're able to celebrate 50, believe me, mas madaling papasok ang 500, 5,000, 5 million, 500 million. So celebrate yan kahit 50 pesos, malaking bagay yan.
Ayan, partner.
Yeah, so, thank you, Coach. And tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating mga career preview. So kahit mag-December na, tuloy-tuloy pa rin. And if you want to have additional, extra or additional source of income, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating mga career preview on how to be a financial consultant. So kina-partner, their career preview is every Saturday at 4 p.m. if you are accessible sa Green Hills or Fairview. And sa amin naman if you are accessible sa Ayala Avenue. So ang career preview namin is at 7 p.m. Saturday din. So online pa rin po ito. And good news, dahil ayan, inaprubahan na po ng Insurance Commission na we can do remote closing. Ibig sabihin na to, ayan, kahit si financial advisor, pwede po na mag-start kayo ng financial plan or insurance or investment kahit hindi po kayo nag-meet. So yung ginagawa natin ngayon during pandemic, yung natawag na non-face-to-face. So approved na po yan, permanent na siya kahit wala ng pandemic. So ayan, exciting times ahead for financial consultants. So ayun, partner.
Ayan. So ang ating tanong, ano yung Facebook page, Instagram, WordPress, yung ni Coach Paula, no? Ano yun? Ganun lang kasimple yung tanong natin. At gusto ko lang isingit, no, dun sa sinabi nga ni partner, ito na po yung best time to become a financial advisor. Bakit po? Again, 108 million Filipinos, more or less mga 3 to 5 million lang ang may life insurance na personal. And then at the same time, ang laki pa po ng market. Pangalawa, ang investment nyo po dito, yung license lang. Na yung license, 3 years po yun, no? 3 years yung validity niya. Tapos, pangatlo, online, wala na pong gastos. Dati, di ba, parang ang hassle, syempre, nakakahiya, parang, saan tayo kakain? Wala kang pera, nagsastart ka pa lang, di ba? Wala kang pera, parang Starbucks ba o kung saan. O kaya minsan, nisip mo, mamasahe pa ako, layo-layo, traffic. Ngayon Zoom, libre naman po ang Zoom, di ba? Parang download mo lang yung Zoom, mag-meet kayo, di ba? Sama mo yung unit manager mo o kung sino man yung assistant unit manager mo, and then you close the sale. So, pero at the end of the day po, maliban dun sa additional income, yung purpose po, the purpose to secure lives and the purpose to help people, di ba? Be financially, anong tawag dito? Financially free, no? Financially secure. Yun po yung maganda na sa tingin ko, no, kung nandun kayo sa track na yun, it's easy to become a financial advisor. At mukhang marami nang sumagot, partner, no? Marami nang sumagot. Yes. So, may nanalo na, kung ako nagkakamali, ito, sa ating YouTube channel, si Veli Joe Tabukol. So, kindly message me sa aking Facebook, no? Kindly message me so I can send to you your 50 pesos GCASH. And sa iyo, partner, sino na nang nanalo?
Yes, thank you for joining, Carl. Yan, maayong gabi. Maraming salamat sa na nakipuyat ka sa amin tonight. Pero ayan, merong mas nauna sa iyo. And congratulations kay Chloe Jimenez. Ayan, so you won 50 pesos GCash. And first time sa akin na may nag-comment sa YouTube. So ayan, I will also give a prize kay Ryan Junella. Natuwa kasi ako na may nag-comment sa may sumali sa YouTube.
Ayan. Marami na naging hindi na sila money money avoidance. Yan, hindi na money avoidance. Ayan. So, thank you again, Coach, for the past minutes, past hour of joining the Late Night Tambayan, and ang dami ko pong natutunan. Baka may gusto kayong last words, Coach, sentence, o ano naman?
Well, but for me, really, there is no such thing as hopeless when it comes to money. We all have the capacity to have that beautiful life that we always want to. So it starts with understanding yourself. So give yourself this gift of awareness so that you can make all your dreams come true. That's what I stand for. So thank you.
Ayan, napakaganda. So, thank you again, Coach. Thank you to our viewers, Hope you enjoyed the 73rd episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MWP. Don't forget to follow us in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter. Ano pa ba, partner? Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, At saka sa Shopee, At alam ko, bill mo ko ay nasa Food Panda na rin, Partner, tama ba ako? Ayan, nasa Food Panda na rin po. So, my name again is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner, and my partner is...
Yes. Thank you. Thank you po sa mga nakipuyat sa amin for the past 1 hour. And thank you again, Coach, for being our guest on our 73rd episode of Late Night Tambayan. And thank you din kay Keith. So wala siya ngayon kasi siya nag-refer kay Coach Paula. And I'm Christiane Temanel, founder and content creator of The Prudent Generation. And see you again on Tuesday, same time, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. And kung meron kayong gusto na topic o kaya meron kayong mga feedback sa mga live session po namin, feel free to comment or to message us para mas ma-improve pa po yung ating mga sessions. And if you also know mga business owners na gusto niyo i-feature namin, so yan, pwede nyo rin po kami i-message at para maging guest din po namin sila dito sa Late Night Tambayan. Ayan. So maraming salamat po sa panonood, and kami ni Harold, kami nila Coach Paula, ang kasama niyo sa daan tungo sa pinansyal na kalayaan. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Good evening and